Hi, my name is Billy and today I'm reviewing Hot Toys Neo from the Matrix 1/6 scale figure, which is actually from the movie which came out in March 1999. Now this must be the very last review of this figure on YouTube, as it's been out for a few months already and I'm a tad late to the party because of where I decided to buy it from. So I've decided to up the ante a bit and challenge myself. I'm going to try and squeeze as many references to 1999 as I can into this video. Let's see if I have it in me. But before we get into that, can I just take a moment to mention the fact that this film came out 20 years ago this March. Christ, I honestly can't believe that the movie is 20 years old this year. 20 fucking years old. Christ, there's fully grown adults walking around that weren't even born when this film came out. I still remember going to the cinema to watch it. As an avid fan of anime, I used to read the magazine Manga Mania. For several months, they followed the production of the film and sang its praises. I went with my mate David, who doesn't have a mate called Dave, but I do, who professed only a year earlier that Blade was the best movie he'd ever seen in the cinema, and refused to believe me when I told him that The Matrix was going to make it look like a teddy bear's picnic in comparison. Well, sure enough, as soon as we left the cinema, his first words to me were, "Fuck Blade." Don't get me wrong, Blade is great, but this movie was that film cranked up to 11. Now I'm here 20 years later and I think I'm about to have an existential crisis. So while I break down inside, I begin to question every choice I've made for the entirety of my adult life building up to this point. Let's just take a look at the box. If only I could turn back the hands of time, then maybe I could have stopped myself from wearing that black leather trench coat I bought. Who am I kidding? That coat rocked and I was fucking awesome in it. The packaging is suitably adorned with the computer graphics from the Matrix coding. It also doubles up as a headshot of Neo himself, and the back has the credits and logo you'd expect to see. And what's this? Ooh la la, it's actually a plastic slip sleeve. So let's slide it off and see what's underneath. Well, it has a very suitable green pattern, again depicting the Matrix coding. If we turn it to the west side, we can see that it has a logo and it's the same on the other side. If we open up the panel, we can see a graphic with a red and blue pill with a quote from the movie, and there's a window so that you can see the figure a little bit more. That was a reference to the boy band 911. I told you they were going to be references. I didn't tell you they were going to be good ones. Overall, it's a great design that sticks with the aesthetics of the movie. There's no faded pictures and doesn't overdo it to keep it classy. It's a good sturdy box that's strong enough to protect the figure. Okay, let's get the figure out so we can have a look at it right here, right now. Poof! And here he is, suddenly appearing outside of the packaging like he was a genie in a bottle. And you better believe he's a nice figure. He's actually pretty fly for a white guy. So let's zoom in and take a look at that head sculpt. Well, he's certainly no scrub and it's a great likeness to Keanu Reeves. He's a handsome guy and in no way is he unpretty, and a true American beauty. The detail is enough that you wouldn't mistake it for someone else, that's for sure. Back in '99, Keanu had a decidedly smooth face, so you won't be getting a lot of the midlife details that make a lot of characters in their 40s and 50s so impressive as a hot toy. If we zoom right in, you can see the great details, even up until and including the iris. Honestly, the detail in most Hot Toys head sculpts just makes me go Google when I see these dolls. Oh god, that one was really bad. Fuck it, I'm keeping it in anyway. The sculpted hair looks great and the joint seam is practically non-existent, which is always nice to see. There's nothing here that would really upset me, which is nice because, you know, boys don't cry. The sculpt is also improved when you put the sunglasses on. He now looks larger than life and so cool because he can lay back, chill out and check out the summer girls while drinking in LA. Over the last couple of years, Hot Toys have really been improving on the Caucasian skin tones, and so he looks much closer to the tone of the actor rather than a Michico Latino like previous figures from a few years back. Clothing wise, I was amazed by how accurate they got the coat, but there isn't much here that Hot Toys haven't done before. The simplistic black lycra style t-shirt, military combats and chunky boots are all well within the factory's abilities, so I suspect it wasn't too much of a challenge for them. So it's not what they have done but what they haven't done that really impresses. They haven't used any cheaper dyes that would have made it more of a nasty dark grey or a deep navy blue. Fuck off, that definitely counts. The detail in the webbing and boots are good, no bleed off of paint, and the silvers are suitably metal looking. Overall, the costume is superb. The wires in the coat are effective enough to portray movement when in action poses, and isn't too hard to reshape again for more static ones. Again, the staining of the clothing on the neck is almost guaranteed, so we'll be looking for a way to stop that if I can. Wow, was that a whole paragraph without a single 99 reference? Okay, Fight Club, there you go. The highlight is the boots though. There's some great detail and they're very movie accurate. There's nice mesh textures on the toe caps and the pleather adds to the accuracy. There's some very nice subtle weathering at the bottom of the boots as well. It's not too over the top, which Hot Toys are very good at doing. I do worry that there could be damage to the pleather if I keep it in dynamic poses for any period of time. It's not right, but it's okay. They've used a very slim body too to stop the clothes from bulking out the figure and making it look like a black balloon. Right, that's 3 Goo Goo Doll references. I don't think I'm allowed any more in this video just in case Johnny Resnick tries to sue me. Moving on to Articulation. It's pretty sweet on this figure, as you'd expect. They utilise a full TTM style slim body. It can get into many poses like the one where he leans back to dodge bullets and the one where he can fly away. Some manipulation of the webbing on the legs is required to get the leg a bit higher, and the double knee bend is super effective. The arms are great to pose around, but the coat does add a layer of restriction that hinders the movement a bit. However, he does the majority of poses I want to put him in, and the arms can go up to shoulder height to make him look like he's flying without wings. You see what I've been reduced to? Westlife references. Fuck my life. I do think that if they had put a ratchet in the butterfly joint, he could hold his arms out a little more so he could do crossover shooting a little easier. He could also crouch enough so that you can get him into the launch position. You only think you don't remember DJ Jean's The Launch, but actually once you Google it you'll remember exactly what it is. Overall, I think I'm going to keep him in a cool stance pose. You could put him in more extreme poses if you want, but simply put, I want it that way. I should put a counter on the other side of the screen just to see how many groans I can get out of you lot. Okay, let's take a look at all the small things you get with this figure, and this is where I have to praise you, Hot Toys, because you have outdone yourselves with the accessories. The sunglasses for 1/6 Girl have come a long way in the last 5 years, and the detail in this pair is amazing. It is very movie accurate. It's a veritable jamboree of guns, with the only letdown being the amount of hands he has. You get 2 assault rifles, 2 pair of SMGs, and 2 Berettas with which to go bub 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 with. Could also have him holding both handguns like he's a gunslinger in the Wiki Wiki Wild Wild West, or any combination you want to make him look like a ghetto cowboy. Hold on guys, we're nearly at the end. He could also carry them all on his person discreetly if you so desire. The hands are the usual ones you get with most figures, which is a shame, as Neo was uploaded with a lot of kung fu knowledge, and the Yuan Wu Ping choreography was one of the main highlights of the film, so some kung fu centric hands would have been nice. He comes with a real fabric holder with which to put all the weapons in, if you like, and is nicely stitched and is a great addition. So, will you put the weapons on his person or store them in the bag? Come on, what's it gonna be? However, despite the lack of kung fu grip, there is still plenty here included that will satisfy you. Overall, Hot Toys have yet again brought us the best version of a character you can get in 1/6 scale. You know, these are the times in which it is good to be a 1/6 scale hobbyist. I mean, I'm 6p none the richer for it, and it doesn't help pay the bills, but in general I'm happy because I don't have any rugrats running around, and my budget means I get to be the king of my castle, and I'm living La Vida Loca with being able to get whichever figures I want for the most part. I give this figure a 9 out of 10. Yep, that's right. It's packed with a great head sculpt, fantastic articulation, very movie accurate clothing, and almost every accessory you could ever want for a Neo figure. Right, how many was that? What? No, I could squeeze a few more references out of this. Come on, let's go for the bonus round. Now, if you've watched this whole video and thought, that don't impress me much, and, say for the sake of argument, your name is Jesse, then all I have to say is, hey, Jesse, hold on. You don't know me, and you should just keep on moving, as what I am is better best forgotten by you. Don't try to steal my sunshine, because making these vids is the hardest thing, and it's all I have to give. So I think it's better to be kind, because, you know, in truth, it's a hard knock life. Okay guys, I think I'm done here. I think it's best if I let you go. I try to tell you as much as I can about this figure, and if you still aren't convinced to get this figure, you should be. Guys, I just want to say a big thank you to all of you who have subscribed to my channel so far. It's so good to have you back in my life, and I finally broke through the 1,000 subscriber barrier. So all I can say is thanks. You're definitely an all-star in my books. I promise that if I can't make the best videos, I will at least try to make them entertaining. But for this video, I have to say it's the end of the line. And if you could just do me a big favor now and get the fuck out of my cave, and I'll see you in my next video. Goodbye, my friends. Alright, I don't know the lyrics of that song.